Harsh coming to you from Singapore. What I have with me today is it's a fairly iconic guitar. It's an Epiphone Casino. Epiphone Casino is, of course, famous for being used by, the biggest band of all time, the Beatles. They're really the one who put it on the map, and obviously in relatively more modern times, it's been used by bands such as Oasis. I can just think of Oasis. Maybe Dave Grohl? I'm not sure. Anyways, so the Casino is famous for doing what it does. It's famous for, just strumming the chords, playing the pop songs. It's a fairly nice guitar. It's a hollow body, completely hollow body, unlike the ESP35, which is of course the semi-hollow. It comes with P90s. These are actually Epiphone P90s, not Gibsons, but they're pretty damn good, as you probably hear or you might have heard already. And this particular version comes with a Bixby. Anyways, this video is not so much about this guitar. It's more about what can this kind of guitar do. So we all have heard that, if you want to play metal, you typically need, let's just say you need something like this. This is the ESP Horizon 3. This comes with all the classic ingredients to play metal. It's got an ebony fretboard, it's got nice Seymour Duncans, I think the TB14 at the bridge and the SH2 at the neck. It's even got a spring-through body. I mean, it's a chunky machine. So the point really is, do you need something like this ESP to play metal? Or can you get away with using a more classic guitar like this? Now, we've all heard the horror stories about feedback from hollows and semi-hollows. I won't get into that. This video is primarily focusing on the sound. Another thing that I would like you to note is that for the same amount of gain from the amplifier or the emulated amplifier in this case, the ESP, due to having hotter pickups, sounds much hotter. So what I've done is, in order to keep things equal, I've used the same amount of gain, but you will feel like the Casino doesn't have the same amount of gain. But what I'd say is, I tried dialing the Casino up, so you can get the same amount of gain you get with the ESP. It's just that I wanted to keep it on an even playing field. So I've done a few popular metal songs that you may or may not recognize, and you may or may not comment in terms of how badly I've screwed them up. But check it out. Another very important aspect of a metal guitar, other than the sound, is how it feels to play, the playability. In that respect, I was pleasantly surprised by the Casino. Now, this came with a factory setup which was on the higher side, which actually suits me rather well. I started off with a very low action, but I've kind of gravitated towards slightly higher action now. I don't know why. Probably after playing a fair bit of acoustic of late. Point is, in terms of riffability, nothing wrong with this. The neck is just about the right size. The real problem is when you get into trying to play stuff up the neck. So, for example, I have already done, or I may just do the Master of Puppets slow solo just before James Hetfield's solo. And when I try to play James Hetfield's part on this one, which is I just can't reach. So if you want to play leads up the neck, no. Can't really do this on this unless you have ridiculously large and agile hands. But for riffability, this is more than good enough. Honestly, I preferred the feel. Okay, this is going to be a little bit shocking, but I preferred the feel to my ESP, which came with a very, very low factory action. So maybe if I raise the action, the ESP will feel much better. That said, There's something about an ebony fretboard that I personally prefer, and also feels very good for metal. Makes the make the bends and everything. So this, of course, has a standard rosewood fretboard. Pretty good quality. I mean, Epiphone, even though this is made in China, I would say the quality is pretty decent. I am an Epiphone fan anyway. I only played an Epiphone guitar first for about 10 years. So, but yeah, nothing compares to an ebony fretboard. And there is something, of course, about the string through body that the ESP has as well. The other part, which is completely subjective, is the aesthetic. This, of course, screams Beatles, maybe even Chet Atkins. I don't know. It screams that. It does not scream James Hetfield. It does not scream, I don't know, Alexi Laiho. It does not scream any of those people. But then that is completely up to personal preference. So I guess the point of any video such as this is the conclusion. So what have I concluded? Well, honestly, what I've concluded is that yes, you can use a semi-hollow to play metal. Make sure you have a good noise gate. And I mean, I guess you can use it to play metal rhythm guitar. Metal lead guitar is going to be a bit of a problem for all your chugga trashy stuff. Oh, this more than does the job. I am actually pleasantly surprised at the tone. Yes, it does not have the same sort of definition, but it has a bass end that really lends itself to basically, you know, standard palm muting. Not bad at all. So yeah, net, yes, you can play metal through a semi hollow guitar. Surprisingly enough. Anyways, I hope this was helpful. Till next time.